Hello learners, in the previous lecture we have learned about rank correlation and Spearman rank correlation coefficient. In this lecture we are going to learn about the computation process of Spearman rank correlation coefficient. In rank correlation, we may have three types of situations as when ranks are given, when ranks are not given, when repeated ranks occur. Now, what is the computation process of rank correlation coefficient? When actual ranks are given to us, then the steps required for computing Spearman's rank correlation are: take the difference of the two ranks and denote these differences by D. Square these differences and obtain the total. Apply the formula. When we are given the actual data and not the ranks, it will be necessary to assign the ranks. Ranks can be assigned by taking either highest value as 1 or the lowest value as 1. But whether we start with the lowest value or the highest value, we must follow the same method in case of both variables. Sometimes more than one item is given the same rank. In this case, new ranks are allocated to the items that have tied ranks. In such cases, the items are given the average of the ranks they would have received. For example, if two observations are placed in the 5th place, they are given the rank 5.5 each, which is the common rank to be assigned, and the next rank will be 7. And if 3 observations are placed in the 5th place, they are given the rank 6 each, which is common rank to be assigned, and the next assigned rank will be 8. You can see here an example. A survey company evaluated the top internet companies and their reputations. The following table shows how 10 internet companies ranked in terms of reputation and desirable purchase. You can see the first column is the names of internet companies, and the second column is reputation, and the third column is probable purchase. Let us consider reputation as our x variable and probable purchase as our y variable. Now, if we want to measure the correlation between reputation and probable purchase of companies, then what can we do? We can simply calculate the Pearson correlation coefficient for x and y here. So we can also apply the formula of Spearman rank correlation coefficient to find out the correlation between reputation and probable purchase. Now recall the formula of Spearman rank correlation coefficient, which is Rs equal to 1 minus 6 summation of di square divided by n into n square minus 1. So, to calculate Spearman rank correlation, we need the value of d square and n. So, we can derive the value of d square, or we can obtain the value of d square from the table. You can see in the 4th column, I have taken the difference of x and y, and in the 5th column I have squared the quantity d. Now I can get the amount of summation of d square from this last column. By adding all the elements in the last column, I will get the value of summation of d square, and which is 54 here. Now putting all these values in the formula, we will get the Spearman rank correlation coefficient. Here n is the number of paired observations, and in this problem n is equal to 10. Now after computation, we have obtained the value of Rs equal to 0.673, which means there is moderate positive correlation between company's reputation and desirable purchase. So you can see in this problem, the ranks are already given. There is another example where the relationship between the age of online shoppers and the number of minutes spent in browsing on the internet can be measured from the following sample of 9 internet shoppers. The first column here is the age of the internet shoppers, And the second column is the browsing time of the internet shoppers. Let us consider age as our x variable and y as our y variable. So here actual data are given. We have to assign the ranks if we want to calculate Spearman's rank order correlation. So I will assign lowest value as 1. You can also assign the highest value as 1. But remember, you have to choose the same method for both variables. Now for the age variable, you can see the lowest value is 17 and I am assigning the rank 1 for the value of 17. And the second lowest value is 19 and I am assigning the rank 2 for the value 19. And the observation 21 is 2 times here, so 2 observations are in third place. Now the rank will be 3 plus 4 divided by 2, which is 3.5. And I will assign 3.5 as a rank for each value of 21. And the next rank will be 5 and I am assigning the rank 5 to the value 22. Thus, I will assign all the ranks of the observations for both the variables age and browsing time. Now, to measure the relationship between the variables age and browsing time, we can just simply calculate the Pearson's correlation coefficient for the variables Rx and Ry. We can also calculate Spearman rank order correlation coefficient from this table. So for that reason, we have first to take the difference between the ranks, and in the fifth column I have taken the difference between Rx and Ry, and in the last column I have squared the differences. Now look at the formula of Spearman's rank order correlation coefficient, which is Rs equal to 1 minus 6 summation of d square divided by n into n square minus 1. Here the value of d square is equal to 201 and 0.5 and 9 equal to, here n equal to 9. So after putting all these values in the formula, we have obtained the value of Spearman rank correlation Rs is equal to minus 0.679, which means there is moderate negative correlation between age of the internet shopper and the minutes spent in browsing. Now look at the merits and demerits of Spearman rank correlation. Spearman rank correlation can be used as a measure of degree of association between qualitative data. Spearman rank correlation is simple and easily understandable. Spearman rank correlation is less sensitive to bias due to the effect of outliers. This method does not require assumption of normality. On the other hand, Spearman rank correlation is only an approximate measure as the actual values are not used for calculations. Calculations of this method may become tedious when a large number of observations are given. Spearman rank correlation cannot be used for finding out correlation in a grouped frequency distribution.